All right, here it is.
Today, this win becomes real. The court's ruling is now in effect, and for qualifying Palmetto State Armory customers, that means the federal NFA process that has stood in the way of suppressors and other covered firearms is changing in a very real way. This is what we fought for. This is what our partners fought for, and now we finally get to start putting that victory into action. We're gonna roll this out in phases so we can move quickly, make it simple for our customers, and most importantly, make sure we do it the right way. Phase 1 starts right now. If you're an individual in South Carolina, you can come into a Palmetto State Armory retail location,
my goodness.
select a suppressor, complete a Form 4473 and the normal background check process. And once you are legally approved and all applicable requirements are satisfied, you can leave with that same suppressor that day. No Form 4, no fingerprints sent off to the ATF, no passport photo, and no waiting for separate NFA approval. We know that this is a huge change, so we're making sure our stores are ready for it. We're working to keep them heavily stocked with suppressors, mounts, muzzle devices, and the accessories you need to get your setup squared away. But this ruling doesn't just affect customers walking into a Palmetto State Armory retail store. It also affects suppressors moving through our direct dealer network, and we want to be extremely clear about what that means. If one of our direct dealers acquired a qualifying suppressor directly from Palmetto State Armory, that specific PSA source product can be handled under the process protected by this injunction, subject to the required 4473, background check, and all other applicable requirements.
So wait, hold on. It has to be a Palmetto State Armory item? Does that mean I can get a P90? Like, actually, is it time? I've been waiting for this forever.
But the judge was careful to point out that this does not cover everything sitting inside that dealer's store. It does not mean that just because...
Okay. There's an important question here. So I see a question from someone on Rumble that says, as someone not into guns, why is it important? I mean, if I'm shooting a gun, I would want people to hear me shooting at them. Like, suppressors don't actually go like, pew, 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 pew. It's not like John Wick, where it's like, pew, pew, pew. They actually just sound like less loud. And the reason why you get them is so you don't fuck up your own hearing.
Because a dealer does business with Palmetto State Armory, every suppressor in that dealer's inventory is suddenly covered. The protection is tied to the qualifying product that came from Palmetto State Armory. If that dealer acquired the product from another manufacturer, distributor, or source, this injunction does not automatically apply to that product simply because the dealer also carries PSA products.
Okay.
That distinction matters, and we want both our customers and our dealers to understand it from day one.
So hold on, Palmetto State Armory just has like a total victory right now where they have a total monopoly on like being able to do this because of the injunction.
So for our dealer network, the takeaway is simple. Qualifying suppressors that are acquired directly from Palmetto State Armory may be covered by the new process. That does not extend to the dealer's entire inventory. Then comes phase 2. Phase 2 will be online suppressor transactions. We know a lot of you guys are going to ask when that starts, and we are already working through it. But
Silencer Shop too? I love Silencer Shop.
Legal questions, complexity, and logistical issues. Until we have clear guidance, we're not going to guess. We're not going to put our customers in a bad position. We fought too hard for this win to get sloppy at the finish line. Then comes phase 3, SBRs and SBSs. There is an important difference when it comes.
That's the one I want, because I am sick and fucking tired of paying the government and filling out all of that bullshit and waiting like a month just to get my gun. I want to buy SBRs. You want to know why? You want to know why I want to buy SBRs, chat? You want to know why? Because they're cuter than regular guns. That's why.
Comes to short-barreled rifles and short-barreled shotguns. Even though the court's ruling addressed the challenged NFA requirement.
The funny thing is they're actually harder to shoot. Like, sure, they're smaller, but like they feel so bad. Like, it's like you shoot it, it's like, oh God, like every time you shoot.
Section 922B4 of the Gun Control Act creates a separate federal approval for dealers' transfers of SBRs and SBSs. This is normally handled on the Form 4. Without the Form 4,
does your SCAR have the ugly boot stock? Both of them do, of course. Of course. It has to have the ugly boot stock. It's not a SCAR if it doesn't have the boot.
ATF could take the position that there is no mechanism to transfer SBRs and SBSs under Section 922B4. Thus, further guidance from the government is needed before we engage in transfers of SBRs or SBSs to non-FFLs. So phase 1 starts with our retail stores in South Carolina and qualifying PSA.
Oh, that's the other thing I spend money on too, guns.
Source products moving through our direct dealer network.
Spend money on guns.
Phase 2 expands that process online once the infrastructure is in place to handle it the right way. Phase 3 will include SBRs and SBSs.
Do I hunt? No, they're all defense guns basically. Except for I have a lever action 310 shorty, and that one is for fun.
Now, before we finish, there is one more thing that everybody needs to understand. State and local
Have I
laws
upgraded
still
my body
apply.
armor yet? No, I haven't. I want to though. I want to.
This ruling changes the federal landscape for covered transactions. It does not erase state registration requirements, permits, restrictions, or prohibitions. Certain states may still require NFA registration
California.
or impose their own restrictions on suppressors, SBRs, and SBSs.
Let me tell you about California. Bunch of nigglers, am I right, guys?
That applies whether you are dealing with Palmetto State Armory, one of our direct dealers, or anyone else. You are responsible for knowing and following the laws where you live. And finally, this video is for informational purposes only. It is not legal advice. Laws can change. Individual circumstances can be different, and the application of this ruling may depend on the specific facts of a transaction. If you have questions about whether this ruling applies to you, your firearm, or your state, consult with a qualified attorney who can advise you on your specifics.
Dude, I can't believe that's a real word. And like, I haven't seen people using it all the time. Like, how is this possible?
Situation. This fight took years. The win is here, but a lot of fighting remains. And now we're going to make sure we put it into action the right way for our customers, for our dealers, and for the people who stood with us from the beginning.
That's crazy. I really hope that this goes off. Like that will be great.
Mambo.